What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. So we were on the Theories Arcade channel, doing, our daily, weekly dues, answering questions, talking to people, going through whatever you have, with relationship problems, intrinsic thoughts, depression, doubts, whatever it may be. It's one of my favorite channels called Theory Talks. If you don't know about it, make sure you check it out. Daily streams, pretty much, with the community. And while I was on there, someone mentioned that pause the music here for a sec. Someone mentioned that there's like a new Twitter thread or Reddit thread that I wasn't aware of, and I was wondering, what is this email that I got today? And this email was, let me bring it up. You have a new message from You Reddit Care Resources. This is the email right here. Hi there. A concerned Redditor reached out to us about you. When you're in the middle of something painful, it may feel like you don't have a lot of options. Whatever you're going through, you blah, blah, blah. And I gave like a suicide hotline address and like a bunch of other addresses and numbers and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? What is going on? What is this? I was very confused. And then when you guys said that there's a new Reddit thread, I'm like, oh, maybe that's why. So I go check the Reddit thread out. I find it. And it seems that it's unfortunately been locked. So it was made a couple days ago. It's popping off pretty hot. It's pretty popular right now. And I was getting some messages and stuff too on Twitter and Instagram in regards to people like, hey, like, I'm sorry about all the hate going on. And like, look, I'm pretty, used to people hating, but I was like, this is an overwhelming amount of like sympathy. And I'm like, what, or like support. And I'm like, what's going on? What's the deal? So I guess this is what it's about, right? So anyways, I figured if we're gonna read it, might as well make a stream out of it, might as well monetize it. and let's have some fun with it. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, so let's get right to it. All right. Let's get our music going. It's on Instagram too. Really? Okay, well, maybe you can like drop the link and I can bring it up. Hold on. Let me see. When did Oh man. I don't see it on Instagram. Oh, hold on. I don't see anything. Oh, well. All right. Dude, do you like threads? I love threads. I love threads, dude. Play sad music? Oh, screw sad music. Screw sad music. Okay, let's get to it. When did Star Wars theories become so toxic? Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of Reddit Star Wars. Moderators remove posts from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping community safe, civil, and true to their purpose. This thread has been locked by the moderators. Damn, like what happened in this thread? It must have gotten pretty bad. I unsubbed from his channel recently. Things I noticed: arrogance gone through the roof, constantly spouting stupid ideas during shows that never come off. If he were to be, well, stupid ideas, I mean, the theory, it's kind of like what the name of the channel is. Why people go to the channel. It's called Star Wars Theory. So I guess some ideas are stupid, but kind of the point is to have fun and theorize. If he were to be believed, the Luke Skywalker show would have been made 2 years ago. Did I say Luke Skywalker show was coming out? Oh, yeah, I did. The other fella he streams with, clearly using theory, and he likes to be a yes man instead of pulling him back. Josh? Oh, shit. Okay. Feels like content ideas are thin at best, so got a lot more clickbaity. I still have yet to get someone to actually provide a clickbait video that I've done. And if you don't know what clickbait is, it's essentially where, let's say, you have a title and a thumbnail that is completely promising you something irrelevant from what the content of the video is. I have never once done that. So, at least to my knowledge. So, everything that I've always mentioned in the title or alluded to in the title or in the thumbnail has always happened in the video. Some of his takes have been really dumb. Oh, okay, that's subjective. Like, I get it, you're top of the pile now, but he's defo lived long enough now to become the villain. No, I don't think so. I think that saying is really true, where you either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain, or I'm just making this one up from scratch, or you live long enough where everyone around you becomes the villain. That's how I see it. Or perceives you as the villain. As someone who has only seen it written, it's pronounced albeit. Wait, what? All of that, I swear. What? All of that, and I swear, if I hear him pronounce albite like it's albite one more time, I'm going to chew off my own tongue. Oh, shit. I used to love him as well. He became a jerk, and apparently he's been banned from a few conventions, but won't admit it. I didn't know I was banned from any conventions, but if anything, there are conventions trying to get me out there. But his arrogance went through the roof the same time he started posting videos from inside his Lambo. Oh shit. Okay. I've only seen a few of this guy's videos, but his obvious infatuation with himself is in some room. Dude. Fuck. Oh man, some of his takes have been really dumb. I mean, I used to watch some of his videos from time to time, and he had some nice ones back in the day, but intelligence was never his strong point. Fuck, dude. I can hardly believe he's truly top of the pile, and even if that is the case, it is totally undeserved. Plus, his Palpatine imitation is cringe. Fuck you, my apprentice. My Palpatine imitation is top tier. Idiot. Idiot. Anyways, I like my Palpatine impersonation. I think it's fun. To be fair, I guess he's the one claiming it, but his subscriber numbers must be up there at the very least. Yeah, I mean, look, and I think that's one of the beautiful parts about YouTube, is that there are so many different content creators. And I just made a post about this too. Well, not really. I was just responding to a post rather. Where is it? Yeah. So this dude posted. Well, it says Star Wars Explained deserves the role Star Wars theory is too immature for. First of all, no one deserves anything in life, and I think if anyone deserves anything or thinks they deserve anything, they're kind of a bitch, to be honest. No one deserves anything in this life. You either work for it and earn it, or you don't. So I had a response to that, but yeah, look, essentially, everybody has a different way of making content, and I think the way you resonate with a certain audience is respective to your success on the platform and your subscriber count and all that stuff. So I think there's obviously an appeal to however you make content, and everyone has a different community. So I think that's the beauty of it. You don't have to be like a certain type of way to be making content. You can do whatever you want. He thought Andor was just okay, which is a pretty bad take. It was just okay. Look, in the grand scheme of things, like, yeah, it's a good show, high production value, good acting, good music, and all that. But that's not what makes a good show, dude. That's not what makes a good Star Wars show. I mean, the director, writer, Tony Gilroy himself was just like, look, half the time I forgot I was making something Star Wars. And it showed. It was okay. It was all right, but it was very slow and it wasn't really Star Wars in my opinion. There was no force, there were no lightsabers, there were no Skywalker characters, and you don't need all those, but at the end of the day, what made Star Wars so special is the force, is the Jedi, is the ability to wield a lightsaber, is the cosmic entities that came in with the force, like Yoda. Anyways, Andor had bricks and screws, you see clearly a 6 out of 10 show. It was so much worse than just okay. If that's his take, then it's fine. I don't think Andor is a masterpiece either. The problem is that Star Wars Theory was praising Andor at first, but when his friend Josh said it's bad, Theory immediately switched his opinion, calling it bad. That's very false. Through the whole time, I was saying it's a good show. So that's very, very incorrect right there. He was then dunking on it for not having explosions and lightsabers because he actually watches the show as part of his streams, where half the time he was reading the chat saying boring, while also checking his super chat so he can get $10 each for reading sentences that people send him. He is not just audience captured. He is tied with rope with a gun pressed against his head by his super fans and collaborators. I don't have any collaborators. And look, I think one of the reasons why I'm the most successful Star Wars YouTuber out there, and that sounds really arrogant, but at the end of the day, look, let's call a spade a spade. I am, and the reason for that, I think, and I've thought about this, is because I'm really candid and really open with my opinions. I don't lie to you guys. I don't try to sell you guys on stuff, and I feel like I'm just real. Like I'm not, I'm not trying to like bullshit you guys. At the end of the day, I am a Star Wars fan and I've always been a Star Wars fan. And my opinions will always be the same as if I never had a channel. And I think that's what a lot of people really appreciate. And that's a lot of the feedback that I've received. It's exactly like when The Rise of Skywalker dropped. He loved it, but after getting hate, he deleted that video and 6 hours later did a full 180. And now he is waging a crusade against the sequels. No, I've expressed this many, many times, but it seems like these kinds of people really just choose to only selectively write the things that they want that help their narrative, and they completely go and delete anything that I've ever said in response to it. Look, people change their opinions. I really liked The Rise of Skywalker when it came out, and the video still exists because of how they reversed the shit that they did to Luke in The Last Jedi. And as time passed, I realized, well, that's not really a reason to like a movie because of the injustice and shitty decisions that they gave to a hero character in a previous film, which never should have happened. And so I changed my opinion. I just kind of realized that, hey, these rose-colored glasses are coming off now. They're not so rosy. Anyways, he's very easily swayed. Like you say, he liked Andor. Josh said it sucks. He suddenly dislikes it and thinks it's boring. He's been talking off mic to a well-known extra and artist who is well-known to be a sticker for real-world stuff in Star Wars, zippers, screws, bricks, hoodies, undressed props, etc., and then suddenly went on a rant about it. Just this week on Nerd Theory, he's always enjoyed Solo. Josh said, "I hate Solo, but you like it, don't you?" Theory. He looked like a teenager who'd been caught picking his nose. No, I don't love it. It kind of sucks. I don't think I said it sucks. I said it was fine. It's like, let's go in, dude. I'm down to go in on this. Don't actually think I said that.
He's like the new
Dude
Captain
from The
America,
Boys?
whatever. No.
Anyone know
Even if
timestamp? Kill Dr. Doom.
It's like, man, I just want it to
Analytic themselves. It changing the future for.
I agree. I think we're in some dark times. True. They did.
Well, if anyone could find the timestamp, that'd be cool. But yeah, I don't think I ever said that. But even if I did, you look, Solo was Solo. There wasn't anything special. I think he's very unoriginal. His fan fix is bad. He has a lot of bad takes. Just how the algorithm works, I guess. No, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something, and this will really shut a lot of people up. Shut a lot of people. So look here. Here is my Star Wars Theory Plus channel. Okay, this is a channel where I upload every single video that I've had from my main channel into clips, into shorter content. So if there are 2 parts to videos, I take it, combine it, my editor chops it all up, makes it really flow nicely, and cuts out all the fluff, the extras, the things you don't need, and uploads it to this channel here. And let's take a look at the views. Okay, so if the algorithm is really as they say, Theory fights Mandalorians and KOTOR. Okay, that's a gaming thing that we did a few weeks ago for streams. 376 views. I mean, that's pretty shit. Who is Yoda's master? 1K view. Okay. Let's go here. Who was Yoda's master? Here's a video that I uploaded 6 years ago. 6.1 million views. So in terms of algorithm, this should be a really poppin' one, but it's not. It is very difficult to be successful on YouTube. And case in point, my own content, which is the most arguably, I mean, look, no, fuck you, not arguably. It is the most popular most subscribed YouTuber, Star Wars YouTuber on the planet. My own content on a sub channel that has shorts that's just literally more concise and watchable, literally edited for watchability, performs like shit. 760 views, 1,000 views. How did Luke Skywalker get his green lightsaber? Okay, so this is a video I uploaded.
Meet Grammarly for our answer comic end, and Luke as well.
This is an old one.
Well,
okay. So 2 weeks ago, Lucasfilm just changed how Luke gets his green lightsaber, 135K, and everyone right now is copying it, or everyone is talking about it. So it's clearly getting a lot of traction, which means that if I were to make that video now, which just was uploaded, it should theoretically get a lot of views. 2 days ago, 1,000 views. Now, this is actually a video from 4 years ago, which got 1.6 million views, or maybe it's a different one. I don't know, dude. Every Star Wars YouTuber has made a video on this, I think. Yeah, anyways. But look, like the algorithm, people just like to use that word, the algorithm. This is the algorithm. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It doesn't there is no such thing. My own content that should theoretically do well doesn't. And I'm just doing this to hopefully it'll grow, it'll do well, but like look at the views, man. The only thing that does well on this channel are gaming highlights from like Fallen Order. And that was really only when Fallen Order was popping. So yeah, I that's a completely bullshit argument. Just how the algorithm works, I guess. I see that all the time. It's like you guys don't know shit about the algorithm. This is a symptom of Star Wars fandom in general. I see and hear a lot of vitriol over what people think, believe, want in their own world, and anything that is remotely different is wrong. I get it, everyone has their own Star Wars, but it's not cool when you start gatekeeping from others, which is exactly what everyone here does. And it's funny that they write this stuff because I'm literally the only one that has never once said you have to like only the prequels and originals. I have said a million times you can like whatever you want. But people like to really just twist that and do to me what they don't like it's insane. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. I never really watched him, but I've seen TikToks of people who have saying he's become really narcissistic and gets pissed when he's not invited to events of stuff that he spends all his time and energy hating on. Yeah, so this is like an issue where people who don't even know me or watch me, they just blindly believe what a bunch of other people who don't watch me say. And if you notice, people get a lot of views talking about me when I don't talk about anybody else. I talk about Star Wars. So let's say, for example, we go to TikTok. Actually, here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. There are so many people that just talk about me and shit talk me and get so many views, man. Right. So here, for example, 140,000.
You expect me to sit here and just eat this up? Just be happy we're getting Star Wars. No, man, I'm not happy we're getting Star Wars.
Okay, well, this guy's actually, I think, coming to my aid, so that's good. Now that's some cringe. Yeah, a lot of people just seriously, they just like to post about me and talk shit, and it literally goes on forever. But at the end of the day, I'm here to talk about Star Wars. I'm not here to talk about anyone else. So, and as for saying he's narcissistic when he's not invited to events, I think, you know, there's a part of me that would like to be invited to events, and I feel like I'm a mega Star Wars fan. And so when I see like OnlyFans girls, or when I see fake fans and shills get invited and flown out, and I know the inside stuff that a lot of people don't see, to me it's like pretty comical that, you know, Lucasfilm favors this kind of content creator but won't support someone who actually has died for the brand and lived and breathed for the brand and done so much positive stuff for the brand, whereas Disney, I don't think, has done nearly the amount of positivity that I have given. And that can be arguable, but I would fight for that. I would fight for that. And all I get is, you know, people who just hate on me and make topics about me and Reddit posts about me and tweets about me and TikToks about me, when at the end of the day, I'm just here out making Star Wars stuff. And simply because I have an opinion where I don't bend the knee and I don't like sequel shit, then I get flamed for it by people who are intolerant of other opinions. Star Wars explained Alex and Molly are as positive as you can get. I've seen Alex get angry one time during a live stream. When a commenter shit on the High Republic, he apologized the next stream. Okay. They are just chill. I've really grown to like them. Always pointing out what they like and don't like in a wholesome manner. So, like what I do? They have their opinions, but keep their minds open and try to be positive. Def, one of the best Star Wars channels out there right now. And that's great. You know, I wish them all the best success in the world. I have had my differences with them, and not really differences. They've just said some stuff about me in the past that I didn't like when I never ever said anything about them. So we just go our separate ways, and that's it. More power to them. YouTube's algorithm rewards the negative, inflammatory, takes in a profitable way. It's why some long-term YouTube hosts have gradually gone negative to goose views along over time. I don't think I've ever once been negative. Ever. Let's see. Let's go look at my recent videos. Deleted Obi-Wan, Maul, and Qui-Gon Jinn fight revealed. Okay. George Lucas answers, what's the purpose of Jedi? Are they a police force? George Lucas opens about Anakin Skywalker. Why Dooku forbade Qui-Gon Jinn from the prophecies. Okay, all lore stuff behind the scenes. Director of canceled Boba Fett R-rated movie speaks out. Star Wars Eclipse release date rumor. Kathleen Kennedy says, move on from George Lucas Star Wars. What the heck? Which is bullshit in my opinion. George Lucas just said, what about Obi-Wan Kenobi? More lore stuff. Acolyte is canceled. No way you guys actually believe this. So this is about rumors from Doomcock and people saying that Acolyte is canceled and Leslie Headland's fired, and this is me just saying that's bullshit. Another comic video, news video, me basically defending Rosario Dawson. Ahsoka Backlash has begun. Luke Skywalker canon versus Legends, the ultimate comparison. Thoughts on and this video is interesting because this is literally a video talking about how people are more interested in news videos than they are in lore videos. And look at this. Here's a fan fiction, 48K views, which takes hours. Backlash has begun. 10-minute news video. How easy? 10 minutes. Like literally takes fucking 10 minutes. Few cuts here and there, and that's it. You know, here's some information that nobody will ever know about. Literally has stuff that you have to buy this expensive book to get the knowledge from. Nobody fucking knows about this shit. Nobody talks about it. Nobody will ever see this. It is so brilliant. It is so amazing. It is so cool how we could have gotten this alternate scene. And this is me just talking about it with sound effects
that you may
and
not
everything.
That not a lot of past. I think much.
But it gets 32,000 views in 10 hours, whereas bullshit articles and drama, 248,000 views, 191,000 views. Drama, my lawyers are ready. About the shit that happened with my Spotify or my podcast, 408,000 views. Disney selling Lucasfilm back to George Lucas. Another bullshit from Doomcock, 615,000 views. Random bullshit video, news video. Star Wars Outlaws, Backlash, 115,000 views. Bullshit news article. We just got 2 Star Wars movies in 1 year announced. Whoa, 89K views. What if Kylo Ren fought Jango Fett? Full battle, 35,000 views. What? That's nothing. In my opinion, that was a dope video. Again, drama, 500,000 views. How's Luke still okay with this? I really don't get it. 351,000 views. Like, this shit, this cost me about $5,000. Anakin Skywalker versus Mace Windu fight animated. 46,000 views.
Hey guys, welcome to a brand
46 fucking thousand views, man. Like you guys want to talk about me bending to the negative algorithm or trying to do that? No. I'm out there trying to make stuff that I really enjoy. So I'm not someone who's just constantly talking about hate and this and that. I mean, it's all shit that I enjoy talking about, like lore content. Like the odd time it does well, but it's not like the old times anymore. It's really not where lore content does well. Like, look, like a Twitter thing, 479K. It's just if I was really that type, man, I would be milking the crap out of it because I know what does well. I study my channel better than anyone else on the face of this earth. Believe me when I say that. And you get these bozo guys that come in, they think that they know better than me about my own channel and what performs and what doesn't perform. And they want to try and impose what they think I'm doing. Well, they don't know shit. Right? So It's just funny, man. They don't. And I think it's time to just set the record straight. I can't stand people who create a fan theory or story in their head and then get pissy when it doesn't happen. Too many folks like that in a lot of fandoms, unfortunately. So you mean fans having fun and speculating and having a good time? I mean, that's that's the whole point, man. Like that's exactly what these marketing teams want, for us to be talking about it, to be excited, to be, hey, what if this happens? What if that happens? The new X-Men's coming out. Like, oh fuck, I hope Wolverine does this and this and this. I hope Deadpool does this. Like, that's literally the point. It's like they want these people to just consume, repeat, consume, repeat, consume, like everything, enjoy everything. Not me, man. Not me. That's exactly what I thought about him, and I can even pinpoint when it happened. He was completely sure that Snoke was going to be the key to everything. I think we all were. I think we literally all thought that. Didn't we? Didn't we? That's where I remember every single video ending with, and how does Snoke fit into all of this during the time between 7 and 8? And then episode came out, and he just went downhill. I would say Star Wars went downhill. I mean, my channel only went up. Episode 8 came out, and I was under 1 million subscribers, I believe. Or maybe I was... Yeah, I think I was under 1 million. Yeah, I was under 1 million. And then, yeah, so you have to keep in mind, like, I've been doing this for almost 7 years. I'm at 3,300,000 subscribers. So it's only been going up. So yes, I mean, you know, the returning franchise of Star Wars brings in a new villain who has survived, uh, you know, like however many years. He's extremely old and ancient. We know nothing about him. I do believe he was supposed to have some major backstory. So yes, of course, I don't think it's crazy to think that he's going to have some sort of a big role in the overall franchise. Most Star Wars YouTubers make all these videos like Kathleen Kennedy is done. She is being fired from Lucasfilm. And these videos have been being released weekly for the past 4 to 5 years now, still waiting for it to happen. Yeah, and I've never once done that. I've never once done that, man. Yeah. Here's a lot of people who do that. And none of them are me. You know, so it's like I'll pull out the receipts, man. People want to keep saying stuff. I'll pull out the receipts and let it be known. Lost respect for Star Wars Theory when he said anyone that enjoys Andrew must not be true fans of Star Wars. When did I ever say that? 110 upvotes. When have I ever fucking said that? It's just there's a lot of stuff that people like to shit out of their ass about me, and they can never back it up. He was so mad that Star Wars, a sci-fi franchise, had plain bricks and screws in it. All right. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
So if you haven't heard, there's a bit of a meme going around in the Star Wars community about bricks.
There were like screws in the wall. When we
So if you haven't heard, there's a bit of a meme going around in the Star Wars community about bricks and screws, and it all comes from a live stream involving YouTuber Star Wars Theory, in which he said,
it's just whatever. It's honestly a kind of a forgettable show. Look, acting was great, cinematography was great, the writing was good, but it was a lot of little things. I mean, when we saw the camera in the previous episode, there were like screws in the wall. Right. We don't see that in Star. We don't plainly see. I mean, it looked like literally Phillips fucking screw put into the wall. When we see certain architecture, the whole point of Star Wars, of all of the extensive interviews that I've done with the people who have created the original trilogy, I've talked to literally some of the most important people that made Star Wars. And you can find all the interviews on the channel. One of the main themes that I learned from all of them and from all the books that I've read, from behind the scenes stuff, this is supposed to be in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, for God's sakes, there's no underwear in space, George Lucas said. There isn't supposed to be anything that resembles a Earth-like screw in Star Wars, something that has that. And if it is, it's very well hidden, or it looks completely different. Bolts, yes, they exist. But people like to take this and they have to run with it and be like, oh, he says there's no bricks or screws. Simply not the case. I even clarify here, which people like to leave out, that there are bricks in the prequel trilogy. I compare the bricks in Andor to the bricks in the prequel trilogy. I say that there's smooth sandstone in the prequels. When Anakin and Padme were walking in Naboo, totally different. Totally nice, smooth sands. This looks like some shit in a construction site, right? Texture, it's just bricks. It's not smooth stone or sandstone or whatever it might be that was in the prequels or the originals, which kind of gives you the feel of Star Wars. The whole thing about Star Wars is right there. No one ever brings that up. I feel like it's from a galaxy far, far away. It didn't do that with this one.
Now, I should make it clear that I don't know Mr. Theory here, nor have I ever met him, but I will say this is a bit of an exaggeration on people's part for ripping on him too much, and I understand where he's coming from. Personally, I loved Andor, and it was a breath of fresh air from the fan service-esque shows we've gotten, like Mando, Boba, and Kenobi, but this is something I've noticed among Star Wars fans who think that Andor didn't have that Star Wars feel, and that it didn't have some of the major themes, and it was a bit too slow and so forth, which are fair criticisms, sure, but this is also a type of television style that hasn't been associated with Star Wars before, so this type of backlash is inevitable. You have shows like The Wire or Sopranos, two critically acclaimed series, that have their slow moments of buildup, which leads to incredible payoff. I think it's necessary for us to understand.
For sure, and I agree with that. And I think the thing with Andor was that, with Sopranos, it's a mobster gangster sort of show. With Star Wars, it's a Force, lightsabers, Jedi, Sith. There's none of that in Andor. None of it. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it just didn't resonate with me all that much, and I still enjoyed the show.
And the characters, who they are, and their motivation. Andor did this brilliantly with mini arcs throughout the season. Granted,
anyways, yeah. He said in his review and in a few streams that he felt the show was too boring and that he didn't like. Yeah. Anyways. YouTube rewards views and shares, not being sane or correct. If an outrageous lie gets more hits and shares from hate watchers and people arguing against it, that's a stronger incentive than saying something smart. Yeah, well, show me the proof of that, where I do that. I followed Theory for a long time and was with him right until Andor came out. His coverage of that was abysmal and mostly just felt like him dunking on it for not having enough lightsabers and explosions and general action in it. Since then, it feels like his entire platform is Disney bad. I wasn't a big fan of the sequels, and Kenobi felt a little weak, but I have liked some of the other stuff Disney has done, especially Mando, and I just can't get behind his crusade anymore. I'm not running a crusade. I'm simply just voicing my opinion. That's it. Like, I don't have an agenda, right? I'm not here to sell you guys on Star Wars, and I'm not here to make you hate Star Wars. I'm here to just give my opinion like I would any other time in my life, These days, I moved to Generation Tech, and Alan's videos are far more entertaining, educational, thought-provoking, as he tends to tie Star Wars into the real-world political and economical systems, and opened my eyes to a few things. I'll be staying there from now on. Cool. Well, look, he found a channel that he really enjoys and didn't like it anymore, and then found a new channel that he enjoys at this point in his life. So cool. Good for him. But, you know, I feel like him riding with me for a long time and then not liking me anymore just because of my opinion on a show is kind of just says a lot about him. He actually said that real bricks and screws are as set design breaks immersion, despite bricks and screws being everywhere in Star Wars beforehand. He also said Disney should have made a Grievous show instead of Andor. Star Wars is Chris Chan of the Star Wars. Who's Chris Chan? That combined with him crying in the Luke Skywalker scene just told me that all he's interested in is cameos and references, which is basically the opposite of my perspective. So I have no interest in his opinion. And that's fine. You don't have to have interest in my opinion. I think the Luke Skywalker scene was something really important to me because I felt like, you know, he died in the sequel trilogy. And so when he came back in, Mando season 2, at least, in a all-powerful way and saved the day, it was just what I was waiting to see in the sequels, and we never saw that. And so it was very emotional to me. I was also in a really rough time in my life. I was in a really, really bad relationship I didn't like. I felt really trapped in my life. And, that moment seeing Luke was really something special to me because it made me remember my hero that when I was going through a tough time in life, as a kid or whenever, like I'd always think of Luke or any other character that I really, wanted to be like in that moment. So it was important to me. Gatekeeper vibe the channel now has. I still fail to understand how I have a gatekeeper vibe. Never once have I said, you have to like this or that, or you can't like that, or I don't know. I watched all the episodes, so I don't know what these are. After watching his takes on Andor during his live, okay, I'm not going to cover any more Andor stuff. I feel like it's just so ridiculous. A dude from Lucasfilm laughed at him for making videos about a franchise you don't enjoy anymore is obviously going to burn you out. Well, I always will love Star Wars. I just may not like the Disney Star Wars stuff as much, but I'll always love Star Wars. Eckhart's Ladder is another that's slowly starting to devolve into the pit of despair. They haven't gone full idiocy yet, but the signs are there. Clickbaity titles harping on drama instead of trying to provide quality content, drumming up rumors and speculation for clips. It's a shame. I really like their stuff. I don't watch his content. I wouldn't know. Wait, what the fuck is his titles and thumbnails aren't reflective of the content? At least he uses them to play the YouTube algorithm game, knowing those get views, but the actual video themselves are still sane. What the fuck? So I don't do that shit, but people like to say I do the opposite. But then this dude does it, literally does it, according to this guy, and it's okay. Disney's worst idea ever in the title, but in the video he'll be like, today's subject is this. Is it the worst idea ever? No, not really, but wow. What the fuck? That's literally clickbait. And then it'll still be a cool breakdown on some lore like he's always done. What the fuck, bro? Wow. Oh my god, I think he actually discussed it in a video that's really all it is, and he's doing it because he's living from YouTube and tries to maximize the profit while still keeping quality content, and that's the smallest cut. Okay. remember the 13-minute video he made after season 2, episode 9, where he basically tried to figure out where Moff Gideon was heading with his Star Destroyer based on a shot of a map of the galaxy. Because I was excited, I started to watch it, and after 6 minutes, I realized he completely blew the short sequence of the star map out of proportion and stretched it into a 13-minute video. I asked myself, why do I watch this? That guy knows as much as we do, and it's basically nothing. Yeah, I literally, no Star Wars YouTuber really is anything special beyond being a fan. You know, a lot of us get stuff wrong. We aren't George Lucas. We haven't created it. We're merely just commenting on it. And that's the beauty of it, is that anyone can do this. Anybody can do this. So, thinking back when people would have watched that, they might get a feeling of disappointment when their theories didn't come true. And I think that's what happened to the season 3 Mando finale. People's expectations went absolutely wild. And when it aired and things didn't happen, what people anticipated, they said Mando season 3 bad. No. Turn down your expectations, stop watching theories, and just enjoy Star Wars. Like, once again, fucking just consume. Consume and enjoy it. Don't think. Don't think about it too much.
Hey guys, this is Zachar. Hello and welcome to another video. Today's up.
He's talking about Eckhart. He wasn't even talking about me, because I did something like this too. Yeah, dude, I went through this. Okay, look. This is old, though. Here. I found Moff Gideon's location in The Mandalorian Season 2.
Hey, okay, so before we get into this, I need to kind of show you my whole process for the whole day. How I've kind of figured this out, and I think I have, so here's what I did. Okay, so here's how I did it. This is where Moff Gideon is, and this is a screenshot from the show. This is a map of the Star Wars galaxy taken from swgalaxy.com. I find it's pretty accurate and it's very detailed. We can find the patterns of the regions to be the exact same, and then we can base an AB.
Yeah, dude, I remember making this video.
Would land him on a hyperspace
It was a lot of fun. I had a good time making that video. All the numbers in your comment added up to 69. Congrats. Okay. Dude, they're just fucking shitting on Eckhart now. Oh, man. Okay, is this about me? I would say shortly after Last Jedi came out, I liked his old fanfic videos. They were stupid, but in a good way. After Last Jedi, he went on the hate train and never... I don't know why it's called a hate train. It's if you don't like something, it's not a hate train. It's just you don't like something. Like, if you like something, is it a shill train? Is it a love train? You know, it's such a bizarre way of thinking. He went down the pipeline and became friends with the giant assholes such as Geeks and Gamers. Look, Geeks and Gamers have been really respectful and nice to me. And when a lot of you guys on Reddit, not you guys watching on YouTube, these guys on Reddit or Twitter were being so asinine and violent and just really disgusting towards me, Geeks and Gamers was nice. They were respectful. They stood up for me. And me and him actually fucking hated each other. We didn't like it. We were friends. And then we fucking over text, we did not like each other. There was something that happened. We went our own separate ways. And we didn't talk for like over a year. And then we were like, look, man, something happened where I messaged him or he messaged me. And we hopped on a phone call. And we're like, look, dude, like, we don't have to hate each other. And it was great. And that's the way things should be, is that you can people don't get it. You don't have to agree on everything to be friends with somebody. And I hate to be political about this, but I really do find the people on the left are very, very like that. Where like you have to have the same exact ideas I do, or else you're this, and you're an islamophobe and a blah, 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 blah. Star Wars explained it good. He actually covered why he doesn't make fan theory or fanfic content as much anymore. He said that when he talks about Star Wars news followed by his opinions on those subjects, he gets way more viewerships and community interaction, something very important to him since he enjoys being a part of a large community or fellow... What? He's expressed that he misses making fan fictions and theory content, but won't prioritize it if that's not what his audience wants. As he mentioned this within the last month or so, I believe. So it was a pretty recent comment on the subject. No, I never said I'm not going to prioritize it. I always make the content that I want to make. If I don't want to make content, I'm not going to make it. So if tonight I feel like making a fan fiction, I do. It's just that simple. Right now, I'm really on a kick of like the behind the scenes books and stuff, and I think that's really interesting. But look, like I said, man, if we're talking about what pays the bills, so to speak, in terms of views, yeah, I mean, hey, freaking go for the drama, go for the talking about news. And the thing is, like, I don't create the drama, I merely comment on the drama, like every other article out there. So it's just weird that I get branded as the one who creates these things. It's very, very strange. Very, very strange. But hey, I guess that's, that comes with the territory, I suppose. Once you become friends with the likes of YouTubers like Geeks and Gamers or Nerdrotic, you're pretty much just saying you hate Disney and the woke liberal mindset. And that's the thing with these people. They really like to throw everyone in a box based on who you talk to or whatnot. Star Wars theory became toxic when it became lucrative to do so. He's nothing but a grifter playing the game, it seems. There's that grifter word again. I like Star Wars explained much better, so it was easy to drop him. It seems he became the very thing he swore to destroy. Nah, he's just a dildo. Hey, you know what? Fucking dildos could be... A lot of people like dildos. Hey, see, this guy gets it. Can confirm. Yeah, once again... okay, this is going to sound arrogant, but anything I do on the channel is lucrative. Anything I do is successful. Yeah, I mean, the channel is my full time, and I'm obviously extremely successful at it. And that's thanks to you guys. So I have to say that, yeah, whatever kind of content I make is pretty lucrative, not because of this necessarily the topic, but just because of the way I make it. And some obviously does better than others, depending on what's trending and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty fortunate in that sense. But I mean, I worked for it. I worked really hard for this. I started out with 0 subscribers, just like everybody else, and I didn't have a wife to help me, make videos. It was just me and my bird, and that was it. After the success of... oh, here we go. Success of his Vader fan film, he immediately thought he was infallible. Couldn't stand him after that. I disagree. I really don't think so at all. I think him crying over the Luke hallway scene like a man-child and shitting Andor for not having explosions and lightsabers shows what he thinks about Star Wars. He seems to be wrapped in the Force Unleashed side of Star Wars. You mean the coolest game? Like, his fan films all revolve around things like Mace Windu returns. Here is Darth Vader deflecting thousands of blaster bolts and choking Sheev. You mean like a lot of the comics do? Yeah, I thought that's pretty dope, man. Like, what do you want to see? Fucking sequel trilogy? It didn't turn out too well. Literally, like Palpatine returning. Like, what do you want, man? How much of that was actually him, though? Just the story. He used to make pretty good videos covering Star Wars lore, and I learned a lot about Darth Vader from him. But unfortunately, now his content is just so miserable. He's constantly making videos on things that he really shouldn't care about, and he can't handle criticism. He's starting to act like those fandom menace weirdos, and he has a massive but fragile ego. He fell off bad. Well, I guess I'll have to get back on then. A few years back, how he was reusing topics he already covered multiple times and stretching his videos by repeating and rewording his points over and over again. That's when I completely lost interest. I am the only YouTuber, and I can say this with sureness, that doesn't re-upload content. And if I do, I always say it in the video that, hey, this is an older video that I've added to. But there is tons of proof out there of creators that have re-uploaded their own shit a lot of times. Darth Melvin made a really good video on it for a few of them. So if you want, you can go check it out on his channel. Let's see. Here's one. Stupendous Wave exposed. Where's that other guy? Yeah, Star Wars Comics is clickbait. I mean, you know, you want to see something legit. Their old videos.
The next video I watched, Darth Revan's ghost visits Darth.
And a helmet that clearly resembles Darth Revan.
There you go. Look at this.
We just can't have that.
I got peed on.
55 seconds in, I found something shocking.
Such as, for example, Lords of the Sith and many others similar to that novel. In the new canon, we can clearly see...
This is a copy of the fake news video Darth Vader discovers Revan's mask.
By only one apprentice.
What is going on at Star Wars Comics? Not only is he clickbait, he's Star Wars fake news comics, and he's uploading duplicate videos. Look, I caught another one.
So let's start way
the old video.
And another one.
And
I scream. And more.
Not up.
And more. And more. And then, you know, there's just so many other YouTubers that do this, but I don't do that, man. I got enough content to make. I don't need to do that. That's good. I'm glad I could bring more subscribers to other Star Wars YouTubers. Went into this thread criticizing Star Wars theory, but leaving this thread subbing to a whole lot of other Star Wars related YouTube channels. Good change. Oh, that's good. Hey, you got to subscribe to whatever you like. It might not be me, so someone else. I really used to like him back in the day, and when the actress who played Cara Dune got fired and he started to defend her, I lost respect. Okay, well, that's all I need to fucking read of that guy's shit. I later found out he followed people like Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson, and it made me really feel assured of the type of person I are. And isn't it beautiful that exactly I follow those people on Twitter just to get the reaction that I knew I would. I don't want to be liked by anybody who's going to put me in a box based on who I follow on social media. You don't know me. You don't know my intentions. You don't know anything about me or my values or anything. So that already writes them off in my mind. Let them think whatever they want. I don't follow YouTube channels as closely and used to watch them all the time. This is new information for me, so thank you. I was fucking... Yeah, you just blindly believe. I was getting the vibe that he sounds like a closeted, self-proclaimed alpha male, but this confirms it for me. Will for sure be unsubscribing now. Also, I only got into him to listen to his podcast on long car rides, which I do a lot, but I've noticed the content just doesn't work for that situation anymore for me. Fair enough. Hey, unsubscribe, man. Dude is friends with all the anti-Disney grifters also. The ones who can't stop posting about dismal Disney movies and TV show. Kathleen Kennedy, woke MCU. It's the same lame YouTube videos, just different grifters. Right. Once again, if I'm friends with someone, then I guess write me off. The Stupendous Wave is my go-to for in-depth lore these days. Star Wars Theory just became so toxic and what felt like self-obsessive over his opinion that it became less about Star Wars and more about himself. I see. Where is it? Dude, I always laugh so hard at this. The face. Oh, God. this. Stop using my name.
I'm sorry to reveal that the
phenomenal of a Jedi Master Kit Fisto really was. We explained how he was one of the few Jedi that was actually capable of defeating General Grievous one-on-one in a lightsaber duel, as well as why his lightsaber style, according to
the same video. However, like with everything, there are ways around it. As long as the video isn't the exact same file. So what the Stupendous Wave does is he'll re-upload a video and add 3 minutes of his illegal merch store to the end. Or he'll cut out the beginning part talking about his fake lightsaber giveaway from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In a lot of the videos, he doesn't add or take away anything and will use the same thumbnail. He'll download the video from YouTube and re-upload it. Now, if you come across one of his videos and you're curious, there is a way to tell it's a re-upload or if he's just recycling footage. Any YouTube 720p is garbage in comparison to 1080p. Then the audio quality is always lesser than the original. The original is more about a subscriber.
And so people want to talk about me re-uploading content, which I've never fucking done. And if I have, I've told you I've put it in the video and added shit to it. And that's my concept art, mind you. You know how many people use my concept art? Fuck, whatever. I obviously don't like it, but yeah. So have fun. I think Disney claiming copyright infringement and taking all ad revenue from his Star Wars fan film plays a huge part in this. He grew up on George Lucas Star Wars and wants to see the legacy preserved and doesn't like the way Disney is treating the franchise. And it's a very valid point, whether people agree with it or not. His YouTube numbers have definitely gone to his head, though, especially when he had his rant about not getting free tickets to Star Wars Celebration. That went over this guy's head and a lot of people's head. That was satire. So when I see things like OnlyFans girls getting flown out and, getting shit from Lucasfilm and, Explained and all these other Star Wars YouTubers getting free stuff, and it's like, I've been real the whole time, man. Just because I don't like some of this, the shit that they've been producing, it means that I have to get blacklisted, literally fucking blacklisted. There are so many big companies that want to advertise their Star Wars products. So they get a license with Star Wars and they want to advertise with me, and Star Wars tells them no. Well, that hurts me, man. That hurts me emotionally and it hurts me fucking financially. So it's like, why are you stopping people from working with me? But you want to promote like OnlyFans chicks, and like, how is that family friendly, dude? How is that okay? Like, how are these? You see all these other channels out there that really don't have a soul, in my opinion, and just kind of consume everything and love it, and that's what you want to promote. So yeah, I'll have some fun with it, man. Maybe that's just my way of enjoying and having fun and having a good time. Like, what's the big deal? It's like people are so thick-headed that they don't even understand what satire is. Well, literally crying means that you're actually crying. I wasn't actually crying. I never cried about Pablo. And anyone who defends Pablo, I think, is really, really, really delusional in my mind. Yeah, see, this guy at least understands. Like Star Wars Theory or not, I don't think that was cool if Hidalgo. You tend to want your fans to get emotionally invested in your content. It keeps them watching. Since that moment, the channel changed. She's gone down a path I can't follow. I agree. Since that moment, I have become a little more fuck you, I think, towards like Disney and Star Wars. Because that was something that I really didn't like. You know, a lot of people give me a lot of flack, including this bullshit. But, well, it's not bullshit, it's just their opinions, including these opinions. But for like a Lucasfilm official to be hoity-toity and chime in with people making fun of me, and then of course with Star Wars Explained's wife chiming in and also making fun of me with her emoji, laughing emoji when someone was creating a video about me crying to, I think it was like fucking a droid singing in Rebels, I think. I think is really inappropriate and not okay. And if it was done to anyone else, it would have been, you know, there would have been really big repercussions, and you know, people would have been canceled, right? But because it's me, it's okay. Like it's not okay, man. Yeah, so this guy is completely delusional and just hoping that he gets some free shield dollars and probably some books. Oh, God. The comment was vague enough that Star Wars Theory saw it as an... No, look, I've been picked on my whole life, and I'm not going to let it happen anymore. Right? I'm not, especially not by Pablo Hidalgo. Especially not by some guy who's literally working at Lucasfilm and making fun of me for crying about good Star Wars just because he wanted to create Luke in The Last Jedi. No, that's not okay. I'm not going to sit there and take it. Yep, here you go. Here you go. Let me bend over for it. No, that's not going to happen, man. So yeah, I'll make. And I never made a post being like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit." No, man, I just made a post being like, "How is this okay? This is not all right." And fans definitely didn't think it was okay. If Hidalgo was defending him, what reason would he have had for blocking Star Wars Theory immediately after making his tweet? Yeah. I think it's quite the inverse, but I never ranted about Star Wars being too SJW. When is this going to end? We're only halfway? Enjoys content, don't find it toxic. I think he's an idiot about a lot of things, and or his love of cameos. You mean my love of fucking main characters in Star Wars? Because Disney pissed it away? Like, what do you mean? People are allowed to change their opinions and not be an echo chamber of everything coming from KK and Disney. There's not a whole lot coming from Disney that I like. They have an agenda, and it's seeping into every IP. While he is a bit harsh at times, I like to hear criticisms of shows so I can see things from a different point of view. That's cool, man. Fuck. Damn. As much of a Star Wars fan as I am, I tend to stay away from podcasts and dedicated YouTube channels based solely on Star Wars or any franchise for that matter. The more you disseminate something you love, the more you end up seeing its flaws, and eventually it's all you can see because it's our nature to focus on and bring out the light things. No, I don't agree with that. I think if something's really amazing... Okay, yeah, look at this. This guy literally just loves it. You know what I thought of Andor? Loved it. You know what I thought about Kenobi? Loved it. You know what I thought about prequels? Loved them. You know what I thought about the sequels? Loved them. You know what I thought about Star Trek? Loved it as well. Fuck, dude. I mean, good for you, man, but shit. Some shit just really isn't lovable, in my opinion. I unsubbed not long after he did his face reveal, lol. That's when why is that a lol? That's when I noticed the toxicity. And also, what the fuck? So when I show my face? And also when I notice him putting spoilers in thumbnails like day of release. No idea when that was, though. No idea when that was. Cool. Man. See, this is the thing. It's like, I love Generation Tech, but he never actually goes full toxic and breaks things down in a really mature way if there's anything to just criticize. It's like, I feel like I do that, but it just doesn't fit people's narrative and it doesn't fit people's agendas or the same things that they like. So if I say something in opposition, then apparently that's toxic. And I really don't think that the content of what you're liking, like your viewpoint isn't what makes things toxic. It's your delivery. I think my delivery is always pretty peaceful. And if it's not, I mean, fuck, let me know, man. Let me know. Hey, Theory, maybe if Kathleen gets fired, she can get work at Reddit. She will probably fit in there quite nicely. Sorry that I've not been around much. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe, my friend. Thanks, Fat Naked Jimmy Neutron. I hope you're doing good, man. For what it's worth, you're the best. Thanks, Timify. What's up, Serena? Saw comments like this on IG. They said you were worse than Geeks and Gamers. Pathetic. Sorry you had to deal with this again. I really don't mind. It's just more publicity, really. And anyone who wants to believe what people think, I don't want their subscription. Right? Like, I think people have to realize I know the YouTube game better than anybody else. And if I really want to be liked, I know what to do. If I want to get in with Lucasfilm, I know what to do. But I don't want to sell my soul. I'm not going to do that. It's not me. I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm not going to sell out myself and you guys just so I can be liked by everybody and be successful and make a lot of money and get sponsorships and do all this and that. Like, I don't need that. I don't want to do that. My integrity is worth more. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. That's simple. I think that's really rare nowadays, and I think it should be cherished. But instead, you get these fucking drones and clowns that want to villainize me. Like, what's wrong with people? They just want everyone to consume and enjoy things, everything, without having any sort of a brain to be able to break things down or think critically, be like, hey, like, do I actually really like this? No, I don't. No, you just have to fucking like everything. I don't like that. The issue is Star Wars Theory misusing his platform in ways of unnecessary discourse. If I'm a Star Wars fan and I've supported a channel community and now I'm being alienated in multiple videos on social media posts about how my preferred Star Wars media sucks, I'm going to be a little bit turned off. To add on that, the entitlement when he makes a pretty feasible headcanon or theory doesn't come into fruition is another one of his specialties. All in all, nowadays, his demeanor seems inherently hostile to anything new. He doesn't even try to like it. No, you know, if I don't like something, I don't like it. Like I've said a million times. And I think this is something people just cannot understand, is that if I do not like something, I will tell you. I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, you know, guys, like, it's okay. Like, maybe, you know, they just were trying to do this or that. Like, let's wait and see what happens next. Like, I've done that because I literally was delusional and I thought that, hey, maybe there's an overall plan to this, but there fucking is not. So, yeah, like, I mean, I'm just, don't expect that from my channel. If that's not what you want to be lied to and you want someone that's just going to like everything, there's a lot of other channels out there, man. Where was I? Yeah, stop following larger channels, started looking for smaller channels and contribute to and would appreciate the views. This is so funny. Stop following larger channels. It's like, dude, I used to have 0 subs. Haven't changed. I think you just grew up in... Wait, hold on. Fuck, where'd it go? All right, here we go. Glad I'm not the only one that feels this way. Dude is a tool now. Personally, I'm a fan. Everything isn't always rainbows and unicorns, but I don't find the guy to be negative. Thanks, man. I still watch him occasionally, but honestly, after he's released the rest of the Vader fan film, I think I might be done with him. All he ever does anymore is whine about George Lucas's vision because he knows him so well, apparently. No, I just respect his vision. You know, and I don't think Disney really does. And there are projects that Disney has made that I've supported. And then there are ones that I don't. It seems to me for me to correspond with Gina not being hired back. A lot of people started showing their true colors when Gina Carano was fired. I don't get it. You're okay with aliens and creatures, but LGBTQI plus is so fusing for you. Get bent. I don't want shitty people in the franchise I love. I don't know where he gets that idea from and why he's linking it to me. So I think Gina was being forced to put pronouns in her bio, and she didn't want to do that. And I think every human has a right to choose what they put in their own bio. So I don't see what you cannot force someone to do something. That is not okay. I think you just grew up and realized he's a dick. I was in college when their videos started to gain traction, about 2015. Well, I started in 2016. He always rubbed me the wrong way. He was the first to really hammer down on Star Wars clickbait. Show me proof, please. Plus, a bunch of his stuff was just speculation and phony reactions. Phony? Fuck, man. You know how hard it is to actually cry on demand? Stuff was just... A bunch of his stuff was just speculation. Well, yes. The fucking channel name. The channel name, bro, is Star Wars Theory. It's literally... Theory is just another word for speculation. Fuck. Star Wars Explained was a much better channel. More authentic, respectful, and entertaining. Nowadays, though, I just come here for my fix. Cool. Well, I'm glad you found a channel that you vibe with, man. Stop following larger channels. I don't agree with all of his takes and or being bad for starters, but I think he legitimately cares about Star Wars, and his Vader film is pretty cool. -1. I liked him, but something happened and the channel just isn't the same. I don't care to speculate, but it just doesn't work for a casual viewer. The one channel I wish would pop up in my feed more often, Star Wars Reading Club. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind those guys. Love the deep dive into Star Wars books and comics. What the fuck? You mean what I do? And I wait for the final sign-off message every time. It's right up there with Generation Tech. There are some other smaller channels. What the hell? The deep dive into Star Wars books and comics? What the... Dude. Literally. Star Wars comics, canon legends, backstories. You know how many freaking videos I have of this? Look at this. You know how long each one of these videos would take me? Look how fucking many there are. And these are just the comic videos. I'm still scrolling, dude. Like, what, dude? I mean, you go to my channel, you get animations that cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, which none of them fucking made the money back on, but I still made them because I enjoyed making them. Not for the money. Money was never there for them. Comics. I enjoyed making these comics. Fan films. I mean, fuck off. I'm spending $1 million to finish a fan film on something I cannot make money on. Why do I have to put that burden on myself? I don't have to do that. I'm doing it because of my love for the franchise, my love for you guys, and my love for George Lucas and what he's created. Otherwise, I can just keep making fan fictions and shit and videos and fucking clickbaiting, talking about drama and stuff, and like sail off into the sunset, man, with bags of cash. Like, why? I don't need this shit. I don't need to do this. I've interviewed some of the most amazing people behind Star Wars. I have top 10 interesting facts. Why did they lose series? The making of Star Wars concepts, behind the scenes. Who was more powerful series? Star Wars Explained. There's so many other playlists that I have. Look at all the fucking playlists, man. Stuff from the books. Like, there are so many things from the books that I think I am the leading YouTuber in the fact that I cover so much stuff from the books that people do not cover. And like, I just think people are like, they just don't do their research on me and they just believe whatever comes out and that's it. I've been a big fan of the What Ifs or the Pente Patrol Star Wars. Cool. I don't know who that is, but good for them, man. You know, I'm not here to say that I started What Ifs, but I definitely contributed a lot in that space. don't like the constant negativity because I don't like everything. Like it fucking just blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. It's nobody can stand someone who just constantly loves everything and is so overly positive about everything. Like, I mean, I don't think that's real. Before Last Jedi, I occasionally stumbled across one of his videos, and those were decent at best. At best. After Last Jedi, he just produced fuel to the toxicity in the fandom, and I just sighed every time I saw his channel pop up. No, man, I just had an opinion. In 2019, during a panel at Celebration, look, there are a lot of people that are pissed off with the sequel trilogy. I am one of them. I am one of the people who has a YouTube channel about Star Wars. I talk about the things that piss me off with Star Wars. I talk about the things that I like about Star Wars. Some of the things I talk about, yes, are literally about me not liking the sequels. That doesn't make it toxic. I'm just talking about, like, what are the differences between the sequel trilogy that George would have made and the sequel trilogy that was made. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. In 2019, during a panel at Celebration, the MC asked the audience to shake hands with a person near them. So I turned around and actually had him sitting right behind me. I really didn't want to shake his hand, but I had already turned, so I didn't want to be impolite. I remember you. I regret shaking his hand because nowadays I loathe him for his idiotic content. Now he's basically weaponized toxicity. I remember you. And I remember it was a weird feeling when I shook your hand. I was very, very polite and very kind when I shook your hand, and you were just very, like, fucking cold. And, like, you just... Yeah. Best of luck to you, man. I don't watch his videos, but I think what really bugs the people who whine about him is that he has a big following, and the people who watch his videos would agree with most of what he has to say regarding the Star Wars he doesn't like, mainly the sequels, which doesn't give credence to their vocal minority shtick. Hey, yeah, I agree with that. When he realized hating on Star Wars paid better than liking, he's a chode. Hating on Star Wars does pay better, but I don't ever hate on Star Wars. I talk about things to do with Star Wars. So I'd say majority of my content is my love for Star Wars. Whether it be all of this stuff we just went through, I don't see any hate here. I see just me analyzing and talking about and having fun with Star Wars. So again, like, I don't know where these people are getting their information from, but I guess I'm a chode. Clicked one too many Mike Zero videos, or the female Mike Zero. Who's the female Mike Zero? I only watch Eckhart's Ladder, to be honest. The rest are just not that great to me, and that's fine. Unfortunately, most Star Wars YouTubers are grifters. People love negative headlines, and YouTube allows for easy money by the constant output of tabloid-like videos. No, this is so incorrect. YouTube provides a platform where people can make videos, and it is up to the viewer to click on what they're interested in. It's not like YouTube is favoriting anybody. It's the content that gets chosen by the viewer. Right? It's so funny. People who don't even make YouTube videos think they understand it. They make shit up. YouTube allows for easy money by constant output of it's like, no, dude. That's not YouTube. That's just people clicking on something they're interested in. All of these adult men see the money and roll with it, peddling meaningless dribble with little to no actual research and original thought. It's really funny because they essentially do exactly what they claim Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are doing. Okay, show me receipts, please. Show me receipts of me doing that. And that's the thing, is nobody ever shows proof. Even more unfortunate, most Star Wars fans, especially on the subreddit, buy into it. It's okay to not like something, but Christ, it's a series of silly space wizard movies. There are many, many other things in life actually worth being angry about. So many Star Wars fans and YouTubers seriously need to get a grip and grow up. And that's totally fine. It doesn't mean all that much to you. But to some of us, it means a great deal. And Star Wars is extremely important. And to me, it gave me everything beyond just a career. Before that, I've been doing Star Wars Theory for not even 7 years, just about 7 years almost. I've been a Star Wars fan since 1996, the first time I saw it. That's 3 times the amount of the time I've had the channel. So I don't believe in this weaponizing. So maybe other people do that. Yeah, sure. And we, I've seen their channels, but that's not me, dude. Shortly after The Last Jedi is when I dropped him and completely ignored Orid after Rise of Skywalker. Plus, he supports G&G, and they're the most toxic and damaging thing to the fandom. Yeah, I think it'll be nice to one day live in a world where people aren't judged by the people they are respectful to. I think everyone should be respectful to everyone, within reason, of course, depending on exactly who that person is. But I just don't think it's right to be like, what do you want me to do? Like, call up Jeremy and be like, fuck you, you piece of shit. You're fucking toxic and racist and blah, blah. It's like, no, dude. What? Like, why? Why do people want that kind of animosity? If you don't like somebody, maybe you got your problems with him, but I got no problem with him. And I see this brought up a lot. Is like, oh, he's friends with geeks and gamers. He must be this and this. It's like, first of all, I have yet to see Jeremy ever say something blatantly racist or sexist. And the moment I do, I'll drop his ass. I think he'd drop his own ass. So I don't... That's the thing, is people just like to throw out these words, ists and phobes, but they don't actually ever give any proof. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I love watching Sam Witwer talk about how people who don't contribute anything creative and just sit and criticize have zero talent, that those behind the camera filming on the day make tough decisions and coming up with ideas on the spot to make a scene work are the true talented ones. And Star Wars Theory just sits there and has to listen to all of it. I wonder if the message even got through to him. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I literally have a YouTube channel where I cover the most in-depth stuff about Star Wars that nobody really talks about or covers. And to be honest, if they do, it's only because they saw the success that I have with it, so they jumped on the fucking bandwagon. You know how much plagiarization I've seen of my content? I don't say anything. I don't care. I'm out here focusing on my craft, Anyways. I clicked on his live stream when Den of Nerds Guy a couple of days ago, and I couldn't believe what they said. Den of Nerds Guy said that Disney Lucasfilm should fire Kathleen and the entire writing producing team, including Filoni and Favreau, and start again with an entirely new team with new ideas. Theory agreed. I did not agree. And everyone who was there at that Nerd Theory literally remembers me saying, no, I don't think you should. I literally said, no, I don't agree with that. What the fuck is this guy talking about? I could pull up that video if I go to the timestamp right now. Was it this one? Or was it this one? It's a good song.
Thanks, man. But if it was indie, I'd probably watch it just because I want to see. The new Midjourney AI stuff is crazy as well.
But it's a reverse situation. We're getting the Rey movie, which
people do you think would be butthurt if they canceled it? Can't do it. They had a Super Bowl ad. They went crazy with trailers. Huge promotion, right? So what's that? Yeah, I'm sorry.
It could go one of two ways. The Chance Cube. I want to ask Chat GPT what it to get Kathy and her cronies out and start the healing process at Lucasfilm. Listen, bro. Is this it? I'm with you, but I think when Kathy's out, I don't know.
Christopher Nolan?
Because it's true. Hold on.
Could be a good pick. They're
powerful and the future of the Force. Where the fuck is it?
Will outsell Dave's by a landslide. Think about it. General audiences don't even know who Thrawn is.
No. Does anyone know where it is? Listen, don't believe all the crap you hear on the internet.
My god, they actually are unliking it.
Maybe you learned one too.
The gene seed of the
is dominated by humans. Or at least, yeah, well, I'll remember that when I
Theory every week, guys. Theory, great seeing you in chat. Hey, yeah. I think that would be sick.
I can't find it, man.
What I love.
I
I
pick
can't find it.
Dumbledore. But it's a small.
Was it the other one? Fuck. Wrong video. Was it this one?
True. They did. That's the thing. I wonder because, you know, Zach's so unique in this way because he pitched it as Star Wars, which I think is brilliant. Dude, like he's not admitting it, but it's almost worth it for him to pitch it knowing it would get rejected so that he could. So Indiana Jones would be like, nostalgia doesn't. No.
Yeah, they were good. I'm waiting for the
Snappa
freaking...
and all that.
When are they going to be animating?
You know, just talk about
Captain America.
New Captain America. Yeah.
Okay. You're the editor. You're everything. You're the marketer.
For Sony. And his KK done. His dad's a genius and strips naked.
So much more enjoyable. Wouldn't be surprised if
missing out, not seeing the new Transformers
and Legends Vader.
Dude, the Star Wars characters would smoke them. Good.
For real, bust and bust.
Kind of. He's like a demigod. Keep up the chat GTP. If they start getting into the god saying stuff.
They need to be Super Saiyan Blue to go. Hope the result is different. What do you mean?
In the sense of getting really hyped up. I don't know about those for a second, but
Yep.
Chat GTP.
I sent the other one to.
So, yeah.
Is this it? Well, maybe one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Dilator.
Yeah, in my opinion, but she should go. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they enjoyed it, and I have no problem with that. But yeah, she's got to go, bro. She's got to go.
Josh, I thought you were unbanned everyone. I can't super.
Oh no, I definitely unbanned everyone. There's something else going on though. I don't know. I'll try to look into it, man. But I've
soon. Yeah. So this hat is going to be part of the summer collection slides. So either of y'all live in a while. I miss y'all, man. Where you?
This is Maul Cure, which I know you did though. You thought it was pretty cool, huh?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Here's that guy. Remember the guy earlier that was like, yeah, he said Solo sucks or didn't care about it. I mean, didn't blow my skirt up, so to speak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's Han Solo. It was fine.
Dude, more Maul would be cool though. Maul
would have been really cool. Like, where do these people get? They just literally spew shit out of their ass.
Maul.
And I'd love to see more Kira.
I mean, she was actually kind of good in that. And honestly, Amelia Clark has not really been that great in a lot of things since Game of Thrones.
Where'd she took over the
for the font. I just wanted missing out, not seeing the new
that makes amazing Star Wars.
You both pick for future Star Wars point really badly, and so Mephisto has his mom.
Damn, that's tough. I mean, bombing worse than we thought. Was it right here? Come on.
What's up, guys? Still worried about moving to BC, but I'll be okay. Question for Josh: how's Indy doing box office wise? And is KK done?
No.
Question for Theory: which character is all cinema match?
Thought.
Yeah, I mean, other thing.
I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. It was right at the beginning, literally 2 minutes in. Okay.
I would say, I mean, look. Let me ask you a serious question.
Oh,
okay?
maybe
because I've thought about this. Somebody hit me up in my chat with this. I want to say a week or two ago, and it like took me a second. But let me ask you this: if we had the opportunity to be rid of Kathleen,
oh shit, here it is.
But it meant that we lost Dave as well. Would you be okay with that? Would you accept that?
Before we get the final answer, this guy says, I clicked on his live stream, Den of Nerds Guy, a couple days ago, and I couldn't believe what they were said. Den of Nerds Guy said that Disney Lucasfilm should fire Kathleen and the entire writing producing team, including Filoni and Favreau, and start again with an entirely new team with new ideas. Theory, agreed! These guys have lost it. Now let's watch the actual clip.
Or do you think it's worth keeping Kathleen just for the sake of keeping Dave?
I say let's get rid of Kathleen and keep Dave, but I mean, if we're going to get that ultimatum, I say keep Kathy and keep Dave, because What the fuck are you guys talking about? What are these guys talking about? They're literally lying about me. All of these fuckers, they just lie, dude. They just lie. They just make shit up. going away is like, I will provide the receipts. I will go in. I know my shit. I know the shit I've said. Fucking
You're
idiots.
gonna get
A younger Kathy. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you're absolutely right, but I thought so. You know, obviously, look, I'm a huge Filoni simp. Like, I literally
Fucking
simp
guys.
for this
Me too.
freaking guy, right?
Yeah.
But I will say that the thought kind of entered my mind where I was like, I think things are so bad, and I think things are so far off the rails that it might be worth it to have a complete and total wiping of all the executives, including Dave, and have complete fresh blood come in and literally like sit on it for a couple of years and then come back with like a new plan, new stuff, new things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's ever going to happen, to be honest with you, because I don't think Disney ever wants to like go down that path. And in a lot of ways, Dave is literally kind of keeping Star Wars going. But if I had to pick, man, I would honestly say I desire new more than I desire like keeping Dave around, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you get rid of Dave and Kathy.
I would get rid of everybody. I mean, not if I couldn't help it. If I could help it, I would keep Dave. I think Dave's great. But
Yeah.
like let's say
Like the ultimatum. Yeah.
yeah, like if it's the ultimatum, I'm sorry, I would say no, Dave. I would say new. Let's go with fresh. And yeah, so it's a tough one, but that's how bad I think it is, bro.
Fresh isn't always good though. There's no promise that we're gonna get fresh good. I think Dave is the only thing pure over there that's keeping everything good and going. But
yeah,
as for Star Wars news this week, not really much. Apparently, fuck this. Like, I don't know what these people don't have brains, man. Yeah, because I didn't really like Rise of Skywalker at the end. He used to be pretty entertaining. Then as the sequel trilogy released, he just caught up in the perpetual shit-stirring, hate-generating griff dub, The Phantom Menace. No, I just didn't like... Look, I don't like The Phantom Menace. I don't even know who the fuck they are. Okay? All right? And don't say it's Geeks and Gamers, because he doesn't even like them, from what I've heard. So, I just didn't like something. Ugh, God. Could be worse. Could be Mike Zero or Jeremy from Geeks Games. Unsub from his sorry ass. One too many. I'm done making videos. The channel is over, etc. Type post. Just crying for fucking attention. He's an absolute whiner. Has entirely lost himself to the rage bait bullshit. Yeah, where's the rage bait? Oh, are you talking about? Hold on. This fucking video that I made like 2 weeks ago. The end of Star Wars Theory. It's been real. Where I talk about literally this kind of shit, like you idiots who just make shit up about me. Probably always was. You're just not 14 anymore. Well, actually, it's funny that you say that because my literal fan base is 18 to 35 is my biggest demographic. And then after that, it goes above to 35 to 45, with 13 to 17 being the smallest category. Go figure. I don't think he is toxic at all, but he's definitely jaded. He loves the prequels so much that he can't overlook any of the fun in the sequels. And anyone, like, this is a thing in this Reddit post. Anyone who, like, defends me gets a negative vote. Fuck. Crazy. Dude turned into such a tool simply because he doesn't consume everything and love it and chill. I seriously love his stuff. The way he narrates, it's seriously really good. The last few years, he got away from what made him good. He cringes me hard now. Generation Tech is definitely the way to go. Cool. Go for it, man. Go for it. $77 more replies. He literally hasn't changed day one. I've been watching him for years. He's arguably one of the few YouTubers who hasn't changed when getting big. He makes his content and goes about his life. All this hate just to hate on him because he's successful. That's really it. 80% of you were probably major fans when he was the underdog. And that's very true. Fuck, dude, this guy's, he's a G, man. Thank you, Jonas. His Nerd Theory podcast is good. Star Wars has been shit for a while now, so there isn't much to really talk about other than drama and the fumbling of an IP from KK. What does he do that's so toxic? Have a passion and make his own fan films? Dude, fucking thank you, man. The only dude here. I'm going to give you an upvote. Thanks. God, I can't with this sub anymore. Everyone can disagree, and it's not the end of the world. Maybe Star Wars Theory just has opinions that others don't like. Dude, fucking thank you. Gets -8. I'm so tired of the extreme expressions people use here. I saw a commenter who apparently has 3 children whine about the prequels and how they ruined Vader, and she's a grown-ass woman throwing a tantrum. Then I see comments like the sequels ruined Luke, and I'm not a big fan of the sequels, but God, this is so stupid. The directors didn't ruin anything. You just don't like or understand their choices. Same goes for YouTube channels. You just don't like or agree with their views. No wonder Star Wars is the worst sub to be on. Everyone here acts like children. I fucking agree with that. I agree with that. It's easy to respect someone's opinion. Theory likes to constantly say he respects everyone, but he doesn't. Or at least it never looks like he does. The man made a whole tweet calling a random ass person on Twitter delusional for their honestly pretty common opinion on Star Wars movies. That's a really petty thing for someone with 3 million subscribers to do. Yet 3 million subscribers, except I have fucking 30,000 Twitter followers with this new Twitter. So if I really wanted to leverage that 3 million, I'd make a video on it and be like, fuck you, you're delusional. And this is to this guy who is literally always coming into my posts and commenting shit and bugging me. Like, get out of here, man. Where the fuck is it? Delusional. Delusional. I can't say that, but this guy can come into every single one of my posts and talk so much shit about any opinion I have. But if I do it, it's not okay. This is the kind of people that we're dealing with in this world. It's okay if I do it, but if you do it, fuck you. We're going to destroy everything you've made. What the fuck is that? This guy like lives and breathes commenting on my shit. The same with this other there's some other asshole out there. He has like the shittiest podcast in the world, and he puts it as the #1 Star Wars podcast. He's like 70 years old. Like, these guys are just so insane, man. The 4 most hated Star Wars movies are wonderful. He puts these with the fucking prequels. You're delusional. You are delusional if you are putting the prequel trilogy with these 2 films, which are literally not even in the same goddamn director's vision. One is actually made by the creator of Star Wars. This is the prequels. The other, the sequels, are not. They are literally blasphemy. How do you not get that? What's wrong with that? It's always okay when people want to say shit about me, but it's never okay if I ever say anything. Exactly. At least this dude gets it. This guy's an idiot. Calling the show bad because it had bricks and screws and not having explosions and lightsabers isn't just a matter of subjective opinion. It's watching the show wrong. You can't ever watch a show wrong, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. You guys want to play Dead by Daylight? Kind of feel like playing Dead by Daylight. Like, do you want to list the other dumb things he did? Like how he was praising Andor at first, but when his friend Josh said it's bad, Theory immediately switched his opinion, calling it bad. Never did that. And this guy just copy-pasted his shit. What the hell? Ah, thanks. Dude, it seems like the lower you go, there's like people who actually... -24. What the hell? He's not toxic. He just states his opinions, but people who can't handle that call him toxic. Can't say you dislike anything under Disney, Star Wars, or else you're toxic. 100%. I'm going to give you one upvote. Fuck. Didn't do much, but he's the most sensible Star Wars content. Dude, thank you. Shit. There's people here who are actually like nice. He isn't toxic. Something he grew up loving was destroyed with politics and garbage. It's understandable. He's upset. He shouldn't have to pretend to enjoy something for clicks or likes of people. Dude, fuck yeah. Here we go. Finally. Jesus. Started watching Star Wars because of the politics in the prequel trilogy. It is one of the only good aspects of those films. Not sure using politics is a good excuse. Destroyed with politics. So he's hated it since 1977? No. You guys aren't getting it. Theory just likes different Star Wars content than you. Who cares if he dislikes stuff like you like? It's okay to like different things and verbally say if you don't like it. That applies to life, man, not just Star Wars. Try not to let it emotionally affect you and bring you to anger. He's just one dude, no better or less than anyone else. Plenty of Star Wars YouTubers out there to fit your Star Wars opinions. I'm literally going to... He literally pesters, belittles, and will verbally go after people he doesn't like, his fans often being targets. Show me one person that I have pestered, belittled, and verbally gone after. And not including someone who's gone after me. Not including someone who's gone after me. Because that's fair game. If somebody uses their platform to go after me, I can use any means that I have to go after them too. And I never say, go attack this person, nothing. I simply clear up the facts when they slander my name. And I think that is totally acceptable. And I think, you know, my channel is my livelihood. It is my business. And when someone is trying to hurt that, potentially you can sue them for slander if they're saying something that literally is either incriminating or very false. Now, do I have time to go out and sue people? If it's really worth it. But no, I'm focused on my own shit, man. I realize people have their own opinions, and I think that's one of the most important things in life is to have opinions and to be able to voice them. But when people start to lie about me, I think that's when it's the issue. And what's even worse is like brain dead people who go in and believe that stuff. It's even more ridiculous to me. How do you build a platform of Star Wars fandoms whilst actively promoting discourse in said community? So I would like an example. How do I promote discourse? Because I say I don't like something when I have countless times said, do not bully people. Like the guy who got bullied for crying over the episode 9 trailer. Man, I made a literal video about that. You want to know the funny thing? That YouTube censored that video. They said it's not... They gave it the yellow $sign, which means that you can't really monetize it because it doesn't fall under their guidelines or some shit like that. So, I mean, it's like... I've literally gone out of my way to protect people who are crying over the sequels that I don't like, simply because they're people and they're Star Wars fans. And I was bullied for liking Star Wars in the 90s and 2000s, and I don't like that shit. And so now with my voice, I want to make sure that people don't get bullied. But nobody looks at that. You know, these people don't ever talk about that. They want to make up lies and say that I... Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how do I promote discourse in a community? Are you delusional? It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. Yeah. If he did, that sucks. Yeah, I don't. So it's okay to go after employees for doing their job and simply existing. What? No. It's okay to go after employees who go after you, I think. It is sad but right to say that many fandom creators are complete trash. Since he believes that his ass opinion matter more than other people because he got 3 million followers. That's something you came up with. Heaven on Fire. That's something you came up with. I never thought that. Money on YouTube. It could be quite lucrative to be an asshat. I mean, yeah, or you just go in and make like content that you've worked really hard for years. Like I've really... I can't begin to tell you how hard I've worked on my channel. I mean, there are 2,800 videos in under 7 years. I put in the time, man. I put in the time, and that's why I'm here. Fan theories are the worst. Fuck. Well, a lot of people like him. When he got into roids, maybe. TRT is not roids, man. I am balancing my hormones because I want to live a long time. This dude was always a hack, just throws out the dumbest and wildest things and people eat it up for some reason. Well, hey, if there's a market for that, those are, you know, toxic positivity crammed down throats every day for 6 years has its limits. They deserve his hate. Disney killed Star Wars with few exceptions thanks to Filoni. Best thing was when he tried to nitpick on all minor stuff to disgrace the Andor masterpiece. Ugh, God. His fan-made video that are presented like a professional production are ridiculous both for production value and script. All Star Wars subs, Twitter spaces, etc. all become toxic shitholes. I should unsubscribe from here. Yeah, maybe. He didn't? Yes. Thank you. MAGA. Theory is the perfect representation of shitty, toxic Star Wars fandom. Don't be like Theory. Man. Provide examples. Around the time of Return of the Jedi. That's when I hate half. That's why I hate half of the Star Wars fans. Watch another channel. Sounds like he has other shenanigans going on in his life. Okay. I agree. I used to like him. Now I essentially disregard whatever he has to say, and I'll leave anything if I see he is involved. I don't want his opinion. Fuck. You guys want to hear something? So there was someone that was, it reminds me of this because it says, I'll leave anything if I see he's involved. There was someone that was involved with my fan film. I'm just going to give you the short run of it, and I'm not going to go into specifics. Someone that was involved in my fan film, they had a project that they were hired for, a Disney major project, and they were fired 2 to 3 months into said project because Disney found out that they were involved in my fan film. And when their representatives asked, why are you firing this person? The producers and directors said, we do not know. We just got a call from Disney. And they said that this person was involved in Star Wars Theory's fan film, and he's too much of a competition. Hand to God. This is what that person told me. So I don't think they're lying because they were no longer on the project. This is the kind of stuff nobody knows. This is the kind of stuff I don't talk about. I honestly reckon it's the steroids. He used to be a normal level-headed dude before he got obsessed with bodybuilding. It's as simple as that. No, you idiot. Balancing your hormones actually makes you more sane and more balanced. As a Star Wars fan, I don't like the most Star Wars YouTube content. The main exception is Zachaar's Ladder, but haven't I watched any Star Wars content for ages? I unsubscribed from Theory when he started making those movies. What the fuck? Flip-flopping on his opinions when he realized negativity gets more clicks because he's a buffoon. Well, it doesn't. I mean, negativity gets a lot of clicks, but at the same time, being a shill also gets you sponsorships and gets you like flown out by Disney. You get early access to all the Star Wars stuff, which means you can make earlier content and better content because you know what's coming. So yeah, I don't agree with that. His fall from grace has gone so far. It's a shame because he has talent, but his personality I can't stand anymore. Well, that's unfortunate. Look, I'm pretty brash. I'm pretty blunt. I'm not smooth around the edges. I'm a rough guy, and I get that. And I've always been. You know, everything from my facial expressions to the way I carry myself to, like, if you, the way I see life is if you don't like me, that's your choice. But I'm me, and I'm not going to change. And I'm always going to give you everything raw, and I'm going to give you my point of view on everything as candidly as I can and as honestly as I can. And I'm not here to deceive you or fool you or convince you on anything. All I do is give my own opinions. That's it. That's it. Jeez. So I guess, talking about your opinions just is ranting. Like there's a lot going on in Star Wars, and I think every creator, every person, every Star Wars fan has the right to talk about anything that they want. And I don't think that is really subject or grounds to call that ranting or toxic just because it's an opinion that people don't, or some people don't like. There is a much larger group of people who do not like the sequels or do not like what Disney is doing with Star Wars, and it shows in their numbers. Why do you think people watch more so hate videos? They're not really hate videos. They're just people talking about the truths with what Disney is doing with Star Wars. I don't think that means it's toxic or it's hate bait or rage bait. I think it's just talking and exposing something that is very prevalent in today's media, and it resonates with a lot of people. I think that's why people watch it. If it was bullshit and it didn't resonate with people, I don't think people would watch it. It's as simple as that. Pretty much done here. Truly believe he just got so big and surrounded himself with so many yes men. It happens with a lot of content creators who are at the top of their respected niche community, and unfortunately, he fell victim to his own ego. So there aren't any people around me. I don't work with anybody. I don't collab with anybody. It's just me. I mean, me and Josh have our show on Mondays, but we don't really talk much outside of that. Maybe like a few texts here or there, being like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" Or we'll see something cool, like a cool Dragon Ball statue, or whatever. But I work alone. I have my editors now, but I just send them my stuff and they edit it and they send it back. And that frees up my time to focus on my other channels and my other projects. So it's just interesting. People get this idea. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Chosen One literally murdered dozens of children and choked his pregnant wife out. Why would we assume Star Wars had a non-toxic fan base? That's a very, very weird thing to say. Star Wars is art, and to take all of Star Wars, which the theme is to right your wrongs, no matter at what point in life, and how a dictatorship is formed from a democracy, and to sum it up as Star Wars being essentially murdering dozens of younglings and choking a pregnant wife, I think you just really missed the mark on what Star Wars is, Mr. Death 777. I think that's really a poor representation of Star Wars, and I think it's even more of a representation of your lack of understanding of cinema and storytelling. So, I mean, there's a huge fan base around slasher films. Are we to say that all those people are murderers? No. So, anyways, I went through the whole thing. I wasn't going to, but it was actually entertaining. And sometimes I like doing this kind of stuff. There are so many more. There are so many more out there. There's so many people making videos about me. Fuck, let's type one in. Star Wars theory toxic. Something like that. Oh, fucking there you go, man. Look, there was one 2 months ago. 62K views. Star Wars series of Toxic Man-Child. 8 minutes long. 3 weeks ago. Oh, this guy. Star Wars theory is arrogant. A call to be better. A call to be better. Okay. Star Wars theory is a baby and it's getting ridiculous. 7.1K views. But I guess bet you go on their channel and they probably get no views. Fucking there you go. 51 views, 151 views, 259 views, 27 views, 64 views, 297 views. But you make a video about me, it's probably going to be the most popular one on his channel. There you go. 7.1. It's the third most popular. And it's the most recent. Oh, there's another one. People like to use my name to get clicks. And this is the thing that I'm talking about for a long time now. It's what I've come to accept. It's what I've come to accept. That people like to use me to get views, whereas I like to talk about Star Wars. This guy talking my animation divisive. This animation that I made was literally the most inclusive thing, and it was poking fun. Fuck, I even forgot the name of it. Fuck, what was it called? Rulers? Is that what it was called? Yeah, there you go. Check this out, man.
You will not take her from me!
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that. Oh my god! Cassie just invited us to her party. Boys, we're going out.
Prequelers go to a sequel
Dude,
theme
I
party.
can't believe we're going to a house party. This is going to be so freaking awesome.
So he doesn't know, does he?
Know what? What's the no? That Cassie invited us to her house party? Do you know what this means? No more eating lunch in the stairwells. After tonight, we're officially on the radar.
Tell him.
Well...
What?
I haven't watched this in so long.
Themed party.
So, we'll stop at my place, pick up some costumes or something. I think I still have all my costumes from theater.
It's a sequels theme. Sequels theme everything. Sequel fans only.
So what's the big deal? Raylo this, Raylo that? We'll be fine.
No, we won't.
We will be fine.
What do you think? You're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that or something?
I'm a prequeler. Sequel quotes won't work on me.
You still haven't watched them?
No, and I won't. Ever.
Dude, we've been over this. They had their issues, but I mean, what movie didn't? It's still Star Wars at the end of the day.
You're beginning to sound a lot like a separatist.
Listen, we'll hang around you, and if you get in some trouble, we'll bail you out. What could go wrong?
Whoa, this is the sequel's house, and no one gets in unless they pass the tests. We had a few of those OG snobs try to get by here earlier, so security's pretty tight tonight.
Hi, sir. I'm Johnny. This is Daniel and Chosen. We got a text from the owner of the house, Cassie, to come to her party. So if you could just...
That's cute. But check this out. You ever heard of this one? You ain't coming in without passing the test.
Is that?
I should re-upload this.
Hey, Ben.
Yo, Ray.
Whatever, nerd.
Okay, guys, you're pushing it and holding the line, so if you're not...
We'll take your test.
Okay. What killed Luke Skywalker?
Johnson.
What's that?
Luke's exhaustion after using his powers to save and
Fuck, I
inspire
forgot
the
about this,
galaxy.
dude.
Correct. Next question. How did General Holdo destroy the First Order's fleet in a heroic last effort to allow the Resistance, at this point, the Rebellion, to get to Crate?
Well, light speed, but let's not forget about Admiral Akbar, shall we?
Who? Anyways, very well. Last question. Who is the best couple in the galaxy and all of cinematic movie history in the past, present, and forever? No. He has to answer this one.
Oh, fuck.
Jar Jar and Queen Julia of Bardata, member of the Degoyan Order.
What?
Look! Prequeler's trying to get in!
Oh, hell no, not on my watch.
Fuck.
You couldn't say Raylo, could you? Was it really that hard?
Boys, we're in. We did it. I can't believe it. Nothing can go wrong now.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, boys. Hello there.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, that was like to poke fun and shit.
You will not take...
I might re-upload this, to be honest. So anyways, I had fun. Hope you guys did too. Love you all. And yeah, whatever your views are on Star Wars, you know, you're a Star Wars fan at the end of the day, and just, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, fuck. I forgot to answer a lot of you guys' super chats. I'm sorry about that. Never forget that there are more people that enjoy your content rather than people that have negative to say about you. Much love, man. Thanks, dude. You can't handle criticism. Lol at their projection. Yeah, I know. They hate you because you're a big broski. Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Top 2 for Star Wars and Star Wars Theory and Generation Tech. You the best. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. You don't re-upload, you remastered. Love that, bro. Yeah. What's up, Theory? How's it going, my guy? Couple questions. How did you and your girl meet? And have you seen the new Ahsoka trailer? There's no new Ahsoka trailer. I'll answer the other question another time with her. Your integrity is why I'm here. Keep being toxic. Thanks, Norman. Been following you for 5 or so years. No one is perfect, but you're respectful 99.9% of the time. Try to be. Try to be. Thanks, Locationary. What's up, Theory? How ironic they're calling you toxic while being toxic towards you. Yeah. I know, man. Welcome to my world. The only thing you haven't done is High Republic. It's true. Thanks, Branson. It's crazy that people make up lies in the era of the internet where things can be check out in an instant. Shake my head. Keep being strong, man. Thanks, bro. Team Theory is my ride or die. Thanks, dude. Love you. Proud of these people. I'm speechless. Locationary once again. Ignore the hate. They hate because they want to be you. They hate us because they ain't us. You're too toxic for me. Cancel them, JK. This shit's hilarious. I'll love you. I'd be down to do more of these, man. I did them, a few years back, and they're always kind of fun. Hey, it's my favorite, most toxic YouTuber. How's your night going? My night's chill. I was thinking maybe we could do some Diablo in a bit. Or something. Maybe Red Dead. I love watching your content. Always learning new lore from your videos, and your passion for Star Wars is evident in your content and your knowledge. Thanks, Captain Maze. Love what you do. Negative opinions mean nothing in the long run. Keep doing you, and good things will continue to come your way. Much love. Thank you, Dr. Zaz. And thank you, guys. That marks the end of the soupies. I hope I didn't miss any, but I appreciate you guys. And you guys are the reason I'm still here. So I love you. And I'll see you maybe in the next stream or something like that. Oh. Hey, Theory, you're the best. Do you think orange kyber crystals are formed by bleeding black crystals since they are stained by Beskar? No. I think orange kyber crystals are potentially a Force user that isn't so thrusted in the dark side and is still kind of a bit of a light side. Kind of like purple, but the dark side version. That's what I think. And that makes sense for Balin and Score because they were Jedi and then they turned kind of dark. So it's kind of like an in-between. I think it's going to be cool. We'll see. I love you, bro. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next vid. Later. Thanks for hanging out with me.